Hi, this is the message for my Pisces collective. Thank you guys again for joining me for Tarot Tuesday. And if this is the first time that you're checking out my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you can get a notification every week when I post new content. Also, if this message is resonating with you, make sure to hit the like button on this video or leave me a comment below with any other insights or personal information you want to share based on the reading. So this week I have brought out messages for you guys from the Twin Tarot, the Oracle of the Seven Energies. You got bonus messages from the Power of Love activations, and you have a Sacred Geometry activation as well. All right, my Pisces family, let's get into the reading. So from the Twin Tarot, you have the light aspect of the Hanged Man, the Hanging One. This is a very Pisces energy, and what I would say to you is that do you see how I see when I look in this card how it's very Pisces, because in the astrology, Pisces is two fish tied together by their tails and heading in different directions. So I always think of that when I see this card. And basically, if you're not familiar with the Hanged Man energy, this is putting yourself in a state of suspension so that way Spirit can guide you, give you insights that you need. All right, let's move on to the Oracle of the Seven Energies. We have the Land Between, number 40. And of course, you can see the similarities, right? Between these two energies already, right? Essentially what I'm seeing here is that there's it's all cloudy and spirit is shining through to send you messages, my Pisces family. If you're not familiar with the liminal space, this is pretty much, to me, what I consider to be the astral. So something is coming for you, Pisces, from the in-between places and will be manifesting in the physical. Interesting. Oh, and I'm also getting that you, Pisces, you are the bridge between the worlds. You are, in the traditional tarot, I would say it's the Queen of Cups energy, where you have one foot in the water, one foot in the physical. All right, let's get into your Power of Love activations. So you have self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. You have commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. And you have respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Beautiful. 3 hearts. Okay. Sacred Geometry, you have number 38, Remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm getting that this is like past life recognition, something coming from the Akash. Okay, let me get you into the deeper reading. So for the light aspect of the Hanged One, this is a pretty positive card, so I'm excited to see what the message is from Spirit. All right, it says, suspended in time, I surrender to non-action, a sacrifice I make to gain illumination. This card is resonating with the frequencies of sacrifice, acceptance, surrender, immobility, and illumination. It says, at first glance, you might think that the character in this card is suffering severely, having been forced into an uncomfortable hanging position. But this man's expression is actually one of serenity, if not ecstasy. At the more mundane level, you may have chosen this card because there's a lack of movement in your life right now. Perhaps you're waiting upon decisions of others, decisions that could have a profoundly positive influence on a major aspect of your life. Or your immobilization could be because you're still contemplating what your next move should be in relation to an important matter. In either case, the Hanging One encourages you to remain relaxed, patient, and trusting that the right answer will come at the right time. View this period of non action as a gift from the universe during which new insights may be revealed. Questions and uncertainties are illuminated, and then decision making becomes clear and easy. At the more profound level, it may be that you are presently experiencing insightful spiritual revelations, viewing your life from a new perspective, and revisiting your priorities and motivations. If so, the Hanging One encourages you to heed the wisdom of Joseph Campbell and follow your bliss, at the same time understanding that certain compromises, even sacrifices, will probably be necessary if you do, but they will be worth it. Beautiful. So, the key phrases for you to pay attention to with this card, my Pisces family, are relinquishing control, illumined perspective on life, values and priorities changing, and a willing sacrifice for spiritual gain. Interesting. So let's go into the card number 40, the Land Between. These are light energies. So in the Oracle of the Seven Energies, this card has to do with your intuition, your vision, your imagination, your perception, your mental state, and your knowing. Makes sense based on having the Hanged Man energy here. Okay, the Land Between. This card, just so gorgeous. I love it. It says you're in a process of change. You know that you were called to it and you can no longer be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You are in between what was and what could be, in a pupal stage, like the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly. However, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and become something new. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore the stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, and how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be part of you. Then, whatever was set in motion comes to life. This is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. Wow, these cards are so interconnected. It's crazy. I had a feeling just because of the visuals of them, but it's because you have to get into these deeper readings in the book to really understand what the message is and how it overlaps. That's crazy. And I want to tell you that this number 40 in numerology would be the 4, and the 4 is about building the foundation. And you are in the pupal stage of your metamorphosis, which definitely is when the caterpillar is building its foundation of becoming the butterfly. And it is very painful, but you were meant to fly, my Pisces. So let's get into the power of love activations. We're going to get into self-love because my Pisces family, if you have not figured this out about you yet, we are definitely a collective that is all about unconditional love, and the journey for unconditional love must start within. It must start from within. If you are practicing unconditional love and compassion for everyone around you but yourself, you are doing it wrong. You have to start to awaken your consciousness to see yourself in the self of another and give the love that you would give that person back to yourself. If you want to get deeper into that conversation, just reach out to me and we can definitely chat about it and hear from my Pisces people. So, self-love, as the old saying goes, you can't love somebody else until you love yourself. And it's true. The most important goal you can achieve in the physical dimension is that of loving yourself unconditionally. And it's a tough one. You are the very person who knows your dark secrets, your faults, your shortcomings the best. It's easy to see the good in other people because you don't know anyone but yourself inside and out. Do you really think that you are the only person you know who is not worthy of your love? Your soul is perfect, your human shell is imperfect, and so is everyone else's. The quality of love you give out is only as good as the quality of love you have for yourself. So stop shortchanging the world by not loving yourself with the same intensity that you do others. You've made mistakes, but you've learned from them, and that's what the progress and spiritual evolution are all about. Love your weaknesses as much as you love your strengths because they are your teachers. I can't. All right, let's get into commitment. I want to say it's committing to loving yourself, Pisces, but there could be a deeper message. By trusting, respecting, and loving all that you are, you broadcast your clear readiness to do the work necessary to manifest your intentions. When you can come from a place of strong commitment and combine that with a sense of self, it sends a precise message to the universe that you are engaged and ready for lessons. In this way, you are also developing faith in yourself as you move closer to manifestation. There will always be others questioning your priorities, and bless them with the understanding that your commitment is to you only. No one else is meant to understand it, for it is truly your personal journey of self-discovery and healing. Never concern yourself with what others might think of you, for your light is different, and perhaps you will now ignite someone else's devotion to follow their soul's calling. You stand out from a crowd with your ability to clearly commit to what you want, enabling your wishes and desires to manifest quickly. I could cry. The messages are just so connected and so clear, my Pisces family, and I hope you are resonating with these as well, because it's a very positive and empowering message, and that is what I am here for. Respect. It says, it's important for you to remember that everyone in this physical dimension has their own journey, filled with struggles and obstacles that are different from yours. They chose their life blueprint just as you chose yours. It's not your job to judge how they discover the way to love. Rather, it is your job to encourage them. By showing respect, you earn respect. When someone comes into your space, they are immediately aware of your level of integrity and your willingness to help others. You carry yourself with a certain natural strength, and people look up to you. When you receive admiration, you may become a role model, and you may have the responsibility of setting an example. As a role model, you must demonstrate love in all situations and a sense of compassion in every interaction. There is no greater way to gain respect than to accept others as equals, as fellow soul travelers. There is a lesson unfolding for my Pisces family, because Spirit is putting you in this in-between stagnation type of place for you to witness this lesson before you can evolve to the next. This is a big spiritual upgrade for my Pisces family. Okay, so let's get into number 38, Remembrance. I'm so excited to see what this card is about. Okay. It says that it's becoming more common for us to have access to memories of lives lived, experiences gone through, roads traveled, and journeys taken. Our memories are rapidly expanding beyond our current lifetime alone. Now that we are vibrating at a higher frequency, we are able to access deeper parts of the grids, referred to as the Akasha, that hold our collective and personal memories of all the lifetimes lived. The Akasha of the human being holds everything that the human being has experienced on this earth plane. However, this remembrance is not a linear function of the brain. Instead, it's an elusive and multidimensional aspect of the new human being, a human being that harmonizes the synaptical brain with the wisdom and intuitive thought of the heart and soul. There is an unmistakable sense of ancient cultures and times in the remembrance image, perhaps Native American or Mayan. And we can see the reference to the future civilizations and off planet connections as well. This is an indication that time is no longer a linear absolute, but a vertical, moment to moment experience that includes input from many different times, layers, and dimensions. Wild. Holy crap. Okay, the blues in this activation refer to clear communication that comes to us through our dreams, our intuitive thoughts, and our memories. The indigo and violet indicate the higher source behind the communication that comes when our third eye chakra and crown chakra are open and flowing. Okay, Pisces family, try this. Take a moment to go inside and contemplate the idea that you have been around for a very long time and always will be. Are you aware of all the times and places you have been before? Do you have a notion of where you are going? Look intensely at the remembrance image and allow your Akasha to activate the memories of your soul's journey. My Pisces family, I mean, we are the 12th house in the zodiac, and you have lived many lives before this, that is for sure. And this is a very spiritual lifetime for you, being a Pisces. You know, you're getting a lot of guidance. You might feel like you're not quite in the flow of life at the time being, but there's also this reality of right now, time is sort of, I don't want to say to stand still, but it's definitely an illusion, my Pisces family. And you are experiencing the slingshot effect of a soul evolution, which is that spirit sometimes pulls us back and leaves us kind of stuck in this position, and then we end up springing forward, and the growth is exponential as a result. So, my Pisces family, I hope this resonated with you. If there is anything else you want to get deep into with this message, reach out to me. I'll be happy to do a private reading for you and get into all of this information about the Akasha, especially if you're not familiar with that. Otherwise, come over to the Instagram on Friday. We're going to do the Friday freebie reading, and you will get bonus messages to get you through the weekend. And those are going to go through the 1221 portal activation, the winter solstice, and the grand conjunction. So we're going to have a very massive spiritual download coming to you guys on Monday next week. So make sure you come check out the Instagram. I love you guys so much. Have a magical week.